Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of the Fishing Teacher, and really appreciate you guys coming by the channel to watch the video and hang out with me for a little bit. Always appreciate that. And guys, today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite all-time topwater lures, and that's the Megabass Giant Dog X Topwater. This bait has been around for quite a few years. It is deadly and absolutely deadly under certain situations. So what I'm going to do in today's video is I'm going to sort of outline the best situations to fish a Giant Dog X in and explain to you guys why it gets more bites than any other topwater once you get those conditions. Also guys, just a quick reminder, we've got our summer Fish the Moment lake map breakdowns up right now. In fact, well, we got all 4 seasons of the lake map breakdowns up on the fishthemoment.com website. These are maps I build for fishthemoment.com. Gives you 40 good GPS waypoints you can download straight to your electronics unit. Tips and advice on how to fish each spot, and then you can duplicate those spots based upon copying, the type of GPS waypoints I gave you guys the examples for. So it's a really good resource to learn more about your favorite lake or a lake you've never been on. And I'll put the lake map breakdown link in the description of this video if you want to check it out. Okay guys, here it is, the Megabass Giant Dog X Topwater. It's part of the Dog X line. Originally they made a Dog X that was smaller, and they've got some stuff now called the Mega Dog, which is a lot bigger. But this is the standard old school Megabass Giant Dog X. It's about 4 inches long, and I consider it a finesse topwater. And here's the deal guys, when this thing is better than anything else. It's a subtle topwater, it's a smaller profile, it's got just a nice side-to-side movement like that, realistic, fish looking design on there. It comes in a lot of good colors. I'll also put my Tackle Warehouse link in the description to the Giant Dog X link at Megabass if you guys would like to pick one up. But here's the situation guys, it will outproduce any other topwater out there. When you have a fairly clean water situation, like when you have water visibility of over 3 feet and you have dead calm conditions where there's no ripple whatsoever on there, this is the #1 topwater you can throw. And the clearer the water, the better. And normally under those conditions, when you have a calm condition, fishing can be a little bit tougher, bass are a little bit more finicky, and that's why the Giant Dog X works really good under those conditions, because it's designed to be used in calm water or just a tiny, tiny chop. Because the thing about the Giant Dog X is it's so finely tuned that if you try to throw it in a chop that's even like that choppy, it'll nosedive in the water, and it won't do that good. It rides perfectly in the water under calm conditions, but it doesn't when you have a chop. If you have a chop in the water, there may be another topwater that's better, like some of the Super Spook or a little bit more aggressive topwater that floats higher. But guys, when everything else quits working and it gets calm and the fishing gets tough, try this Giant Dog X in those calm water conditions. And I'll tell you one story. I mentioned this before guys. The best day of topwater fishing in my entire lifetime came on the Giant Dog X back in, I think it was late 90s, somewhere in the late 90s. I had just got them. They just came out with Megabass. I was up at Lake Champlain, first day of practice for the tournament up there, and it was slick, calm conditions. It was cloudy. Lake Champlain's got a lot of big smallmouth in it. And I pulled up on this long flat, and I'd never been there before. I'd never been to this flat ever before. In fact, this is only the second time I was even on Lake Champlain ever. And just glass smooth out there. And guys, I started throwing this Giant Dog X, and I was actually using this color right here with this matte tiger right here is the one I was using at Lake Champlain, but shoot, they'd have hit anything that day on it. But anyway, started throwing the Giant Dog X out there. And guys, it was just a dream day. I wound up having over 100 bites that day, and I probably caught 30 to 40 bass over 4 pounds, all on the Giant Dog X, practicing for a tournament. Now this is how I do it. This is a giant flat that I was on. So I'd catch one, I'd catch a 4-pounder, I'd kick the trolling motor on high without even making a cast to get away from the area, and I'd troll up another 200 feet and make a cast, catch another giant. It went on all day long, and just showed me how effective this lure was in calm conditions. And I've used it all over the country in the same deals. I've used it in all the Alabama lakes for those big spotted bass out there. I've used it at Lake Mead. I've caught a bunch of fish at Lake Mead on it. Obviously all the Ozark lakes. I've used it in Florida. It is my go-to. It's like when I get a day out there, especially if you have some clouds with flat conditions and clear water, guys, do yourself a favor, just pick up one or two of the giant dog X's and you'll see for yourself. There's something about it that it pulls fish out of those clear water, deeper water holes better than anything I've seen. And a walking topwater, it's like they've been around forever. And it basically has the same walking action as just a Xerospook does. But again, it's all about the size and the profile and how it moves water. That's one of the things that we don't understand about bass fishing a lot of times is what triggers strikes. And this thing, for whatever it is, guys, it will trigger them under those conditions. So anyway, guys, Tackle Warehouse, link in the description. Pick you up one or two, see what you guys think, and I think it'll help you out. See y'all.